Today on CityCast Denver, it's chili roasting season. And for many of us, that means it's time to head on over to one of the many roadside stands around town and stock up on green chilies.
These are the hot ones. They were hotter than hell, I'll tell you.
Producer Paul Caroli and newsletter editor Peyton Garcia did just that last October. They talked with Ron Morales, owner of the Morales Family Chili Store, and they got to see how the sausage gets made. How the chilies get roasted. We're revisiting that conversation today. Plus, we went back to their stand at 52nd and Sheridan to check in with Ron. So stay tuned for his take on how the 2022 chili season is going and whether this year's crop is spicier than the last. Today is Tuesday, October 4th, 2022. I'm Bree Davies, and this is CityCast Denver.
All right, Peyton, where are we?
We are at 52nd and Sheridan on the border of Arvada at the Morales Family Chili Roasting Stand.
Set the scene for us a little bit. What are we looking at?
All right, so it's just kind of a turnoff of Sheridan. It's kind of easy to miss if you're not expecting it. And then we're in a big gravel parking lot. There's a big yellow sign that says Morales Chili Roasting. And then we've got a big tent here, like a gazebo type deal, and just rows and rows of baskets full of delicious looking chilies. And then we've got, it looks like maybe 10 roasting contraptions. I don't know what those are called, Paul, do you?
No, we'll learn today.
We will learn, but the thing where they put them in and they actually roast the chilies.
It smells fantastic.
It does. It smells amazing. It smells like fall.
Shall we?
Yes, let's go.
Come on in the shade.
Absolutely. Ready for us? Yep. Cool. Thanks so much for doing this.
No problem, not at all.
Where do we even start? I mean, I guess we should start with, could you introduce yourself? Like, who are you? Where are we?
My name is Ron Morales. I'm the owner of Morales Family Chili Store.
You're the owner.
I am, sir.
And you're out here working hard roasting chili.
Yes, sir. That's how you build your business up, you know. When you're a mom and pop shop, you know, you have to rely on customer service in order to build your business. And we've been here in this location for 28 years roasting chili.
How long have you personally been doing it?
I've been doing it basically, so between me and my dad, we've been on this block for 55 years. We started out with Christmas trees, fireworks, and then fresh roasted chili. So I kind of grew up in these side businesses or these seasonal businesses, you know, Christmas trees, fireworks, and then we moved into produce and roasted chili.
So the Morales Family Chili Store is a year-round business?
No, typically, no. I mean, I'm working on doing it year-round, so it comes from different regions. So it's basically a seasonal kind of a business. So the chili business is typically from August until the end of October, depending on Mother Nature. And what I mean by that, but by the first freeze, basically, once you get the first freeze, depending on how deep it is, you could either survive it or it'll completely be over with.
So it all depends on when the chili is...
So like right now, I carry Hatch, New Mexico chili that comes up from New Mexico, and I also carry Pueblo, Colorado, which comes from Pueblo.
We got to talk about that Hatch.
So it's a real, I mean, New Mexico is more mainstream. They get more publicity than Colorado. Colorado is like a secret when it comes to chili. Only people who really know about Colorado chili is if you grew up here or you were raised here, you know. But other than that, you won't hear about it like you would New Mexico, you know, where you hear about it all everywhere on the internet or on advertisement or TV or whatever, you know.
Sure. It's like a better brand, maybe, or more popular.
Not necessarily. I mean, it's basically Mother Nature who has to say whether the chili is going to be good for New Mexico or for Colorado. So I mean, it's typically Mother Nature's act, basically.
Do you prefer one over the other?
So I mean, typically, I mean, no, I mean, and there goes back to Mother Nature. It depending on how the season is. So when we have drought seasons or fire conditions, it seems like the chilies from both Colorado and New Mexico are at their best. Because it's so hot and dry, that's what makes your chili get bigger, more flavor, more heat. So the opposite, which like this year has been a lot of rain, a lot of moisture. So this year for both of them, the chilies aren't as big, aren't as flavored, and aren't as hot as a season where you have drought season.
Are Hatch and Pueblo chilies, do they come from the same seed then?
So yes, typically yes. Yes, typically yes. You have a handful of different strains that they pretty much grow everywhere. California, Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado. But there are a few strains that they don't carry in these other states. Pueblo, they have one that's called a Mirasol or a Moscow, which is only grown here in Colorado. You won't be able to find it nowhere else. And the flavor and the heat is, I mean, that's kind of put Pueblo or Colorado on the map for chili. But like I said, it's kind of a kept secret for Colorado.
You've been doing this for 28 years. How has the business changed in that time?
It's changed a lot. I mean, in the beginning, it was more. I mean, chili is more of a poor man's food, so to speak. That's the way we were brought up with grandma and grandpa. They didn't have much means, so we ate beans and chili and potatoes on a regular basis. So it's changed a lot. It's gotten more popular with other people.
People that look like me.
Yes. So
Gotcha.
I mean, it's changed. I mean, for example, we've had them come in and kind of have clueless to it, not knowing what to do with it or how to cook it or how to prepare it. So we kind of teach them, It's not hard at all.
Would you say most of your customers are repeat customers, people who've been coming here for a long time?
Yes. It's funny because I have customers who come this year and they've been saying, this is my 25th year coming here buying chili from you. I even had a couple that used to family tradition where they brought their son in here to pick out their chili, roast their chili up, and take it home, bag it up and everything. That kid has graduated college now. When he first came in here, he was in middle school. So to hear them say that, dude, I mean, that's awesome, And like I said, that's basically how I built my business is customer service.
Are you still quoting 30-year-old movies? Have you said cool beans in the past 90 days? Do you think Discover isn't widely accepted? If this sounds like you're stuck in the past. Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. And every time you make a purchase with your card, you automatically earn cash back. Welcome to the now. It pays to Discover. Learn more at discover.com/credit card. Based on the February 2024 Nielsen report.
I want to ask you a big question. Because I know, having lived here for a while, that every year around this time, stands pop up on the sides of highways, on like off-ramps, sides of roads like Sheridan here. People like yourself selling roasted green chilies, fresh roasted. Where did this come from? Why is this the right way to sell green chili?
It was like I said, it was a tradition that was passed on for generations. Grandma and grandpa used to go and buy chili from the farms, literally the roadside markets or the farmers markets. So it got to be such a big business that they said, well, let's put it everywhere to see if we will be able to generate some income. And basically that's what it is. I mean, honestly, there's enough people and enough chili for everybody to make a living off of, basically.
Can I ask you about that a little bit?
Yeah.
How much revenue do you expect to make, like, in a good season?
It really depends on a lot of things. I mean, like this year with the coronavirus and everything, you have a lot more cost this year, freight, product, everything. So, I mean, it just really kind of typically depends on the way the season goes. I mean, you can make anywhere from $1,000 anywhere up to, $10,000 or $15,000
For a whole season?
for a whole season.
It looks like a lot of work.
Yeah. And then you got to remember, you're out here in the heat, 90 degrees outside, standing next to that roaster, that's another 300 or 400 degrees out there,
So what do you think, this is going to look like in 20, 30 years? Is this still going to be a tradition?
I say yes. Yes, I would say even more so. Like I said, I've been here for 28 years, and I get customers that have been driving by this location that go to work for 10 or 15 years and finally decide to stop in to see what it's all about. So, people love green chili. It ain't going nowhere.
Can we buy some? I want to go through the whole process.
You guys can. So what we have here, the first table, we got mild. Hatch New Mexico mild. We got Hatch medium. We got hot, extra hot. All these are all from Hatch New Mexico. On that side is all Pueblo, Colorado. Basically, all your strains are similar. So typically, for a couple or a family, usually 2 baskets will be enough to last you until this time again next year. I mean, that's the way Grandma did it, basically.
Well, I think that's got to be it for me. I got to do that the way Grandma did it.
Get you 1 bushel of Mirasol. It's from Pueblo. The best flavor, the best heat, everything for you.
Awesome. Sold.
So I'm putting them inside the roaster so that we can roast up the skins on there.
I love that. It's such a great sound.
It's very distinctive.
By roasting it, you blister the top layer, which is the skin, so that when you peel them, basically, you peel all that off, and then you have the option to pull out all the seeds, cut out all the seeds, and then dice that up. You could either dice them up, throw some in a blender with some tomatoes, some garlic, some cilantro, instant salsa, or you can just even smash them up, throw a little bit of onion, a little bit of garlic, throw it on your eggs in the morning, So like I said, it's real simple. It's not hard at all. Okay, guys, you're ready to go.
It smells fantastic. I'm so excited about this.
Thanks for letting us come down.
Yeah, anytime, guys. Glad to help.
Producer Lizzie Goldsmith stopped by their chili stand this week to get Ron's take on how this year's chili season is heating up.
Chili business has really been good this year due to the drought. When we have droughts like we've had this year, the chili seems to be bigger, more flavor, more heat, better than last year actually. Like I said, last year we had a lot of moisture last year, so the chilies weren't quite matured enough flavor-wise and heat-wise, but this year the total opposite of last year.
Okay, that sounds great. So it's been booming.
Yeah, it's been really, really, really busy. I mean, it's kind of hard to even try to figure out why that is. I mean, like I said, the only thing I can relate it to is of the big winter that they say that we have in store, or it could be the price of the groceries have gone up so much. But yeah, it's been a real good season for chili.
So Hatch and Pueblo chilies, are they both looking pretty good this year? Are there any differences you're noticing?
Actually, I noticed that Pueblo had kind of bounced back from last year. Last year, like I said, due to the moisture that we had, Pueblo wasn't as hot or wasn't as mature as it is this year. Maturity-wise, better, and their heat levels better.
That's great news since, Colorado.
Right, exactly, yeah. So it's been a good year, though. Probably the big surprise is just the overall flavor and the heat and the maturity levels are probably the best they've been in a couple of years, to tell you the truth.
So this is people need to get on their Chiles if they haven't already.
Have to come on down to Morales Family Chili Store on 52nd and Sheridan and stock up for the winter.
There you go. Well, Ron, thank you so much for chatting with me. The update. It's great hearing.
So much for coming back and visiting us. I appreciate you guys very much.
And here's what else Denverites are talking about. Have you gotten your Omicron booster yet? Now that fall has arrived, health experts are predicting a surge in COVID cases, and the new booster shots are designed to target the latest, most infectious strains. But according to Axios Denver, only about 4.5% of eligible Denverites have gotten this round of the vax. Health officials are also warning of an earlier start to flu season, and they say it's safe to get the new booster and a flu shot at the same time. Just make sure to get them in different arms. Oh, and our friends at the Denver Public Library are asking for your thoughts. Tell DPL about your library habits and help them figure out how to best serve our neighborhoods. But do it soon because the survey is only open through this Thursday, October 6th. We'll drop a link in the show notes. And finally, if your fall leaf peeping route usually includes the Mount Evans Scenic Byway, you're going to need to find another road. The stretch of highway from Echo Lake all the way up to the summit is now officially closed for the season. It feels like just yesterday we were baking in triple digits, and now I'm hunting around my basement for where I stashed my Uggs. Luckily, I own 12 pairs of Uggs, so I'm set for whenever the snow finally hits the city. That's all for today here on CityCast Denver. If you enjoyed the show, why not take a minute to tell the green chili fanatic in your life about us? Rate the show wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe to our morning newsletter. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Bye-bye. I have like sparkly special occasion Uggs. I have motorcycle boot looking Uggs. I have Uggs with bows on the back.